Thailand's parliament has convened to vote for the country's next prime minister. The floor is now open for 6 hours of debate over Mr. Pita's bid to become the next Thai leader. In the poll later today, the 8-party coalition led by the Move Forward Party will need 64 more votes in their favour from rivals in order for Mr. Pita to secure the premiership. Mr. Pita's leadership bid faced a major setback ahead of the poll. 2 separate complaints filed against him, including alleged ownership of shares in a now-defunct media company. Thailand's Constitutional Court has also accepted a complaint made against plans by the election winner Move Forward to amend the Royal Defamation Law, and the court additionally accepted an earlier case to consider the election body's recommendation that Mr. Pita be disqualified as a Member of Parliament. For more on this, Saksit Sayasamba joins us now live from Parliament House in Bangkok. Saksit, a very long day ahead, discussions in particular about Mr. Pita's candidacy for PM. What are you expecting? What should we pay attention to?
Indeed, it is going to be a very long day at the Parliament House here in Bangkok with 6 hours of deliberation before we even get to a Prime Minister's vote here. And as I look at the screen right now, Mr. Pita Limjaroenrat, the leader of the Move Forward Party, is actually speaking at this point. But what we can expect today, it is probably less going to be a job interview for Mr. Pita, but more a cross-examination for him, given the legal double whammies that you have just mentioned. One recommendation by the Election Commission seeking a ruling by the Constitutional Court to disqualify him over alleged holding and possession of media shares, and also a second one that is seeking to disqualify him and the party because of the campaign promises to amend, not abolish, amend Thailand's draconian lèse majesté law that is criminalizing criticism to the monarchy with up to 15 years in prison. And that is going to be a running theme today, because a lot of the politicians, a lot of the lawmakers and parties that have already opposed Pita's bid as prime minister, they have already said again and again that this is one of the main reasons. Their plan to amend lèse majesté is what makes his candidacy untenable. That is why we are not going to support him. So we are going to hear a lot of that, and also a lot of people saying, coming in at the defense of Mr. Pita in the next couple of hours before we actually get to that vote.
Saksit, when there is the actual vote for the Prime Minister, take us through the process, the hiccups and the potential outcome.
So the joint assembly vote for a prime minister, as the name implies, is a joint assembly of the 2 chambers, the 500 elected MPs and the 250 senators appointed by the previous military government. And there you can see how the odds are stacked against Pita. Yes, the Pita and his 8-party coalition, they have a comfortable majority of 312 MPs out of 500 in the lower chamber. But then, if you add in the senators, then the things are shifting. The magic number now to get to the simple majority out of 750 is 376, and that is not going to be very easy. As we mentioned before, there is a lot of opposition against Mr. Pita, a lot of people that are against him for various reasons, because they are against the liberal progressive agenda of the Move Forward Party. So this is going to be what we are looking out for. So it doesn't look very good at the moment. We do not know whether or not he will actually have enough numbers, despite the apparent confidence of Mr. Pita himself. But at the very least, if it doesn't work today, Parliament has already set aside 2 more rounds of voting. But if that doesn't work, well, then we have to sit back and go back to the drawing board.
All right, Saksit, thank you for that update. That was Saksit Sayasamba with that live report from Parliament House in Bangkok.